Hey everybody, welcome to the DizDaddy.com. I am Mark, the Diz Daddy, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about California Adventure and the system that I use there. Now, the system I use in California Adventure is very similar to that in Disneyland, well, at least in principle. You're going to want to make sure that you have at least one person to go and run and grab the fast passes for you, and then you're going to want to make sure you have at least 2 fast passes in hand before you use one of them. So the reason why I talk about California Adventure is a little bit different of a beast than Disneyland is because of this. It's all in the layout. Disneyland is kind of a nice little circular flow to it. That means that you can kind of get from one place to the other fairly easy. California Adventure is a little different. They have Paradise Pier way back in the back, and then up towards the front they have your Grizzly River Rapids and Soarin' Over California area, as well as on the opposite end of that, the Hollywood Backlot and Bugs Land and Cars Land. So there is a little bit of a flow to it, but you're going to have to be okay with walking a little bit more than you would at Disneyland, just because of the nature of the park. But I promise you, a little bit more walking is going to save you oodles of time in the wait line. So let's go ahead and get cracking on this. California Adventure. First thing you need to know, Cars Land. Cars Land is amazing. I don't know if you've had a chance to go there yet, but their big ride, Radiator Springs Racers, I'll just be perfectly honest, I got a little emotional, not tears flowing, but a little mist in the eyes, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. So being that attraction is so huge, when the park opens at 10 o'clock, most of the fast passes are already on their way of being gone. So what Disney has done is they open up the park about half an hour before the park officially opens, just in the main plaza area. They have a fast pass line that starts in Bugs Land, and it works its way back through Carthay Circle back towards Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Hollywood Backlot. And the reason they do this is just to get people fast passes as soon as possible. So my recommendation is make sure that you go at least a half an hour early, get in this line, and get that fast pass. And I say that for a few reasons. Number one, you're not going to be doing anything else with your time, so you might as well go wait in line for this fast pass. And number two, your fast pass for Cars Land isn't going to start probably for at least a couple of hours from when you get it. So, because of that, Disney doesn't count that as a fast pass against you. So go get that fast pass and make sure that you do it as soon as you can when you get in the park. So what my family usually will do, we'll get that fast pass for Cars Land, we'll send somebody over to get fast passes for Tower of Terror, and we'll have them meet us back by Toy Story Mania, back in the back of Paradise Pier. Now the reason we do that, a little different flow than it is at Disneyland. Disneyland, you have your people that go to the ride automatically. California Adventure, people are going to either go to the Tower of Terror area, Cars Land, because it's so big right now, or they're going to head over to the right to Soarin' Over California. So there's a lot fewer people that start off the day at the back of the park. So that's why we usually go and we meet our fast pass from Tower of Terror back at Midway Mania, Toy Story Mania. We do Toy Story Mania first, just because that ride we could do 40 times. We love it. And then we do California Screamin'. Toy Story Mania is going to run you about 20 to 30 minutes in a wait. It's just the nature of that ride. It's just a very popular ride. California Screamin', if you do it, like I said, towards the beginning of the day, it's only going to take you maybe a 10-minute wait, even if that. So we go and we do those 2 rides, and then if we have time, we either do the Ferris wheel or we go do the Goofy's Flight School or the swings. We don't like to spend a lot of our time on those smaller rides at first, just because we like to get the bigger rides out of the way. So by the time we've done Toy Story Mania, California Screamin', and another ride, usually our fast pass for Tower of Terror has started, so we send somebody to get a fast pass for Soarin' Over California. Now, we usually don't fast pass Grizzly River Rapids because when we go, it's in the off season and it's colder, and not a lot of people are on that ride anyway. So if we choose to do that ride, we just kind of go and do it. If it's in the summertime, yeah, we'll fast pass that ride because it's going to get pretty busy. So our person will go get our fast pass for Soarin' Over California and then meet us over by Tower of Terror, Bugs Land. So that's when we do Bugs Land, Tower of Terror, Monsters, Inc. Generally, by the time we do that, our Soaring Over California Fast Pass has started, or we're getting pretty close to our Cars Land Fast Pass. So then we'll go do Soaring Over California, and we don't even go into Cars Land until our Fast Pass time is nigh at hand, because we know it's going to be busy, we know it's going to be a lot of people there, so we just try not to spend too much time in Cars Land until our Fast Pass starts. So we go and we use our Fast Pass for Cars Land, and spend some time in Cars Land. And so by that time, you've done a majority of the stuff in the park. We always try to do lunch over at the Paradise Pier bakery area. They have Mexican food, Chinese food, and the bakery. So you have a little bit of something for everybody, and it's also right near where most of the big stuff is, so you don't have to go way out of your way to eat and then come back. So that's just kind of our system for California Adventure, and it works really, really well for us, and I think it'll work really well for you too. Just try to keep that concept in mind of having those 2 fast passes before you use one and having a runner to go do it. Another thing to know about Radiator Springs Racers and a few other big rides that they have at the parks is they have what they call a single rider line. So if you have old enough kids in your family where you don't have to go together, then after you use your fast pass and you go on the ride together, you can just get on that single rider line and they'll just split you up into different cars and they'll send you on your way. But it's a really, really short wait time when you do it that way, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So highly recommend that. Anyways, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and email me. You know I'm going to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And I just love, love, love interacting with people and helping people have the best experience possible. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I am Mark, the Diz Daddy. This is thedizdaddy.com. I'm just going to continue to encourage you to dream big, work smart, lift others, and spread the magic. All right, guys, go out there and have a magical day.